So work can be positive or negative, and this depends on whether the force is in the same direction as the displacement or in the opposite direction. So let's take a look at this case. We have some object, we apply some force to it, and its displacement is in the same direction as our applied force. In this case, we're doing a positive work to the force. And let's look at the other case. We have our object, we apply a force to it, but its displacement is going in the other direction. Okay? And in this case, we have negative work. So what cases can we think that this might happen? Well, say for instance you have a car rolling down the street. You want to stop it, so you have to apply a force in the opposite direction. Though its displacement is still going to be in the other direction, you have to apply your force in the opposite direction. So we consider that doing negative work on the object. Okay? Now you can also consider this in terms of our equation before. And in this part we have, when they're both in the same direction, our theta is equal to 0, right? The theta is the angle between the displacement vector and the force vector. When theta equals 0, cosine theta equals 1. Now in this case, our angle between D and F is 180 degrees. Okay, the cosine of 180 degrees is negative 1. So you'll end up with a negative for your amount of work. Okay. Now when they're in the same direction, we get our equation, just the force is equal to times D. When they're in directly opposite direction, then you'll have a negative sign in here from our, either way you want to look at it. Because you know that, or just because the cosine of 180 degrees is negative 1. Now the joule is our SI units of work. Okay? The joule is defined by 1 Newton times a meter. Okay? We have a force times a distance. Our force is in newtons, our distance is in meters. Then we get 1 joule. Okay? The U.S. conventional units for the amount of work is again force times a displacement, and in conventional units that's the foot or the foot is the distance and the pounds is the unit of force.